Good evening. Will you please all rise for the national anthem? Sung, yeah, see, I tricked you. They were already cued in. The national anthem will be sung by senior Nicole Bell.
I would now like to introduce Amber Marina, one of our salutatorians. Thank you. Hello and good evening. I would like to welcome you all tonight to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2000. It is my honor to speak to you in the company of Eddie and Kelly. For those of you who don't recognize me without my glasses, Mary Catherine Gallagher had a slight altercation with Mr. DeTore over senior project and won't be able to join us this evening. But the important thing is that I made it, Amber is graduating, and I'm pleased to be here. I would like to begin with a little story. I remember once, long, long ago, when I was about 2 or 3, I couldn't sleep one morning, and it was very early before my father had to go to work. He came and got me from my room, placed me on his shoulders, and took me outside. We listened to the birds chirping, and we could see the sun rising. This instance was very memorable to me because... Okay, well, that actually had nothing to do with my speech. I just thought I'd get you all warmed up. Thank you, yes. I do remember that, though, Dad. Thank you. I actually do have something worthwhile to share with you. So now that you're all ready, I would like to ask for your help for the remainder of my presentation. I'm going to be asking you to do some thinking things and some doing things. First, the thinking things. One of the greatest issues that has been on my mind and heart lately, besides graduating, moving on, and leaving friends, which most of us are doing right now, I have also been thinking about the camaraderie that has been formed between us seniors here these last few years in high school. We have all spent a great deal of time and energy in high school, and according to my calculations, we have all spent anywhere from 25 to 33% of our lives at school, in the halls and classrooms of Columbia River. 30 to 40 waking hours a week. Well, most of us were awake, some more than others. Bryce Davidson. But this shows us just how much of our learning and growing experience has been influenced inside of these walls. And what an experience it has been. Football games, IB lock-ins, Beverly Hills 90210 skips, admit slips, lunch in the cafeteria, and so much more. Now, though, we are ready to venture out into a mysterious world, a world known only to our parents and teachers. Dun, dun, dun. But I have confidence in this class of 2000 to leave these halls and begin learning and growing in different ways and in different environments than ever before. We are all on the verge of change, and you might be asking, what? You want me to what? You want me to go to college for 4 years? Or what? You want me to get a big people job and work for 40 hours a week or more? Well, these changes and questions are upon us. So I've taken this opportunity to give us all a bit of advice. Okay, this is where I needed your help. Now we will move to the doing things. What? She wants me to what? I bet that's what you're asking right about now, but it's fairly simple. I would now like to invite the entire senior class to stand up and do the Macarena. Just kidding, just kidding. Thank you. Here is the real part. I have a couple of signs here. I have a couple of signs here, and my helpers here are going to hold each of the signs up one at a time. And if you could say the word that appears on the sign, really shout it out, I would really appreciate it. I have a couple of key things that I think that we should all remember in our future. So we're going to try this, senior class. Are we ready? Here goes. The first word is? Search. Beautiful, thank you. The second word is? Care. Thank you. The third word? Laugh. Amen. Okay. The first word, which is? Is one of the most important words that I think we should remember. This is something that we have all been doing. Searching for where we belong, where we are safe, the norms of society, and searching for who we are amongst our peers and teachers. We have begun to establish ourselves as individuals here, but when we leave this place, all of the things that we have based our security and individuality upon may no longer be. In the future, you won't be able to sleep in right up until 8:22, just early enough to slip into second period. And in the future, the group of friends that you have made may no longer be gathered around you, cheering you on to finish that English paper, or in some cases, cheering you on to take a break and write it later. But in any case, you may be asking, what? You want me to what? You want me to leave this place of familiarity? But that's the exciting part. We get to move on and establish a life for ourselves with our own ideas, sleeping patterns, and eating habits. We won't have to listen to our mothers say, eat your vegetables anymore, or at least not so often. But don't completely stop listening to your parents. They are very intelligent people who love you. And well, basically, they still own you because they're paying a great portion of your college expenses. So remember, continue to search for the real you, not the Nike shoe wearing, Abercrombie shirt sporting you, but the energetic, capable, and intelligent you. Search for who you really are so that you are less dependent upon an environment for security, but more upon knowing who you are, what your needs are, upon your friends and God. The second word, which was? Care, is another very important word to remember. Our lives may seem awfully full sometimes and often too busy. This is when we need to find someone who cares. We could ask any one of our older family members or friends here in the audience tonight one thing that they remember most in their lives, and they would probably tell us a time of when someone had compassion for them. Like when your best friend called your house from school during lunch while you were homesick, when your teacher gave you a break because he knew you had a million things going on in your life, or when your classmates made sure to tell you that you had a long stream of toilet paper stuck to the bottom of your foot when you walked out of the bathroom. You may be asking, what? You want me to what? But when you are truly concerned about what is happening in your own life, be sensitive. You never know what's going on in someone else's life, so don't forget to care. The third word, which is? I have only one thing to say about laughing. Just do it. Don't ever forget to laugh. They say it burns calories and it just feels good. We all know that. No matter what is going on with you or the people you care about in your life, and no matter how worried you become about the things that you are supposed to be doing, laugh. Find a friend or a picture or a joke or a book and laugh. Laugh until you cry and your side aches, so that you remember the pain of joy instead of the pain of sadness. I have a joke that I would like to share with you all that I hope makes you laugh. I got it from a 3-year-old, so I'll see how it works. It's a knock-knock joke, so if you could please respond with, "What?" I would really appreciate it. What did the rug say to the carpet? I got you covered. Okay, thank you. I did hear a couple of you. So in conclusion, I would like to take the next 15 to 20 minutes to thank anybody who has ever influenced me in my entire life. Mom, Dad, Mr. Nosler, Tom, Andrea, just a couple more, little Eric, Jeannie, Summer, Miss Shaw, Eddie, Lauren, and Miss Calvert. Okay, thank you, that was it for me. So, what I would like for you to take with you this evening are these 3 words. No matter where you all go, no matter where we all end up, promise me, help me out here again, promise me that you will never stop the searching for your true self. Promise me that you won't forget to have compassion and care for others. And promise me that you will never forget to laugh. Thank you all, and God bless. I am now pleased to introduce salutatorian Edward Stan.
Just as any person would do, I began to reflect on my high school years to find those best of times, while realizing that these are the important ones to remember rather than the worst of times. I was searching for something to hold on to, perhaps a memory special to me, or one that has great significance. Yet I realized that choosing just one is quite difficult. I could choose to remember my first days at Columbia River. While all the construction was taking place, I remember that everything was very different from any previous school I had attended. But I had no idea what to expect of the students, of the teachers, or of anything else. I could choose to remember the first and only soccer game that I watched at Columbia River, and how I almost got thrown off the field for bringing an air horn, even though our team needed a lot of fan support. I could also choose to remember the grueling nights spent on IB biology formal labs, and how I became good phone buddies with other students because of this. I could also remember that one student who couldn't stand those girls talking outside the testing room, who decided to throw a chair during the IB history test. While I could be reasonably satisfied with these alone, I came to realize that these memories lack something very important that I got a taste of at this school. That is to say, small acts of kindness. You have to understand that with all the sporting events and spirit weeks and presentations, history papers, math papers, and even TOK papers, the thing that we remember most are those that were done out of care and out of simple friendship. How can I forget when the entire French class decided to surprise me by doing their mystery person presentations about me? Who can forget that catchy tune, Je suis Roscoe Buttons? Who can forget the countless times when one is asked by their friends, "What's the matter?" or "How was your weekend?" Who can forget the time that your best friend tells you that you two are friends for life? Who can forget when your best friend sacrifices his lunch, his car, and even his safety in order for you to practice for the driving test the day before the test? I can assure you that no one forgets these actions, which time and time again show that a simple act of kindness can go a long way if the journey is tough and if you're exhausted. These are the types of memories that I urge you to search for and to keep. These are the types of actions that I urge you to remember, so that we may not gather 10 or 20 years later to talk and remember football game scores or even dance couples, even though these have their place, but rather to reflect on those people that have had the courage and the decency to lay down their guard and to make that first step to show that they care. It is these people that I urge you to remember, for through their actions, you may be able to see a true friend. And yet, can we limit our friendships to that touchdown that won the game, or even that extra help on the biology formal lab? No. And how can one limit a person, much less a friendship, to such things? For though they hold their place as great memories, they cannot show the true sacrifice and the true value of a friend. As I stand here before you, I understand that this friend isn't just limited to IB, nor is this person limited to a few individuals. They are all of you who have taught me, even through the smallest signs, that you care. Just as a minor character in a play may have the most insignificant part, he nonetheless plays a part. One must realize that even he is entwined in the lives of the other characters. This reminds me of one of the most famous quotes by John Donne: "No man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main." How true this holds in our lives, where we see time and time again how our actions, and sometimes our mere presence, can have a profound influence on the lives of others. To take part in this play is a great thing, and even greater when one knows how to appreciate the work of fellow actors. Since birth, we have learned to value things: how much we like a certain toy or a video game, how much we love that TV show, who we are friends with and why, whether we choose a certain course of action or not. But most importantly, we develop that underlying gauge of determining the quality and the worth of a friend. I tell you from experience that this cannot be determined by the number of parties they've attended or how many dances they went to. Neither is it determined by their IQ, their SAT score, or even their grade point average. These things don't draw attention to how a person treats others, but merely how they are helping themselves. The true worth of a person can only be critically weighed when their actions are directed towards others. I ask you to cherish those friendships that make up so much of our lives today. I ask you to desire to keep those friendships, because he who finds a good friend has found a good thing indeed. As we walk out the doors of our school for the last time, remember all those acts of kindness, those acts of friendship that were once so vivid in your memory. As we walk out into a much larger play, I ask that you reflect on yourself as a person, as a friend, so that knowing that our every action affects others, we may choose to help those in need rather than to care only for our own, to be that friend in time of need. So with all these things, all these potentially good memories, and those that truly last, I say to you in French, "C'était le meilleur temps de ma vie, c'était le pire." In Spanish, "Era el mejor tiempo de mi vida, era el peor." In German, "Es war die beste Zeit in meinem Leben und die schlechteste." In Romanian, "Au fost cele mai bune timpuri în viața mea și cele mai rele." But what we truly find is that it wasn't the worst of times, but rather the best of times. Thank you. I would like to now introduce the next speaker, valedictorian Kelly Dorsey.
Before I begin, I would like you all to please sit back, close your eyes, and think about the words to the theme song of Sesame Street. Where were you the first time you heard it and watched the children's excitement about visiting this historic street? What were you doing the last time you heard it? The intro goes something like this. Sunny days, sweeping the clouds away. I'm on my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? What does this mean to you? The Sesame Street theme song is timeless. The program's original goal was to create a successful television program that would make a difference in the lives of children by teaching them essential foundations of learning. They have not only achieved this goal, but have also surpassed it. At every stage in our lives, Sesame Street has meant something different to us. Sitting in front of the TV, giving my mother a break when I was a wee youngin', I learned to count, to share my blocks, to spell, how to play, and when to cry. We all laughed at Super Grover's misadventures and mourned when our beloved Mr. Hooper died. We were challenged by the morals taught and stumped by the simple questions like, how does Santa Claus get down the chimney? It wasn't until we left the wonderful world of Sesame Street and arrived at Columbia River on 99th Street that we realized the continuity it held for its loyal followers. The simple messages of play helped us in high school to unwind from our stressful days, especially during finals week, IB testing, and the Chieftain Quest orals. By hanging on to our memories of Sesame Street, we remind ourselves to slow down and enjoy the comforts of innocence. The lessons went much deeper than the letter sponsor of the day. A community as diverse as one run by Muppets demonstrated acceptance. The halls of Columbia River may not have as many cultures represented as some places in America, but the attitudes, personalities, and desires of the students make it every bit as diverse. We have our curious Big Birds, our lovable Elmos, our fun Grovers and Cookie Monsters, and our even-keeled Kermits. The class of 2000 has come together to be supportive of the students in the IB program, the volleyball and basketball teams at the state tournaments, and the numerous musical productions. There are no fences put up in this class. A second significant lesson that Sesame Street has as its foundation is that of friendship. Returning home after a long 8 hours at school, sometimes we plug into a familiar message from the past. We are reminded to pick up the phone or take a drive to find a best friend. Bert and Ernie are a perfect example of a balanced friendship. Like Bert and Ernie, many of us here have our rubber duckies or our paperclip collections. But what makes us complete is the best friend that accompanies us through life. I have been extremely lucky to have two different types of best friends. Katie, my best bud since first grade, now completes our Bert and Ernie friendship, which will hopefully continue to grow for many years to come. My brother Zachary is my own Kermit the Frog. He has taught me that it isn't easy being green, but sometimes it has its pluses, especially when it's wrapped up in an appealing package of humor and wit. Kermit is looked up to by everyone on Sesame Street. Who are your Kermits and who are your Ernies? Through life, we will run into people who are not our best friends and who do not have positive attitudes. These are the Oscars. The Grovers may seem cute at first, but may get on our nerves later. We must remember our patience and remind ourselves that they may think the same of us. I remember the day I first saw a behind-the-scenes special about Sesame Street. To my surprise, these Muppets, although seemingly alive, were actually being supported by puppeteers. Jim Henson placed his hand inside of them to make them stand and sing, run and play, or sit and ponder. We must stop and reflect our gratitude to those who have been our backbone through the years. We do not always do what is told of us, but we have learned, or will eventually learn, that these special people will always be there for us when we need advice, rebuking, or simply a big hug. These are the people who attend every volleyball match and who stand out in the rain to watch you throw a big stick. Our parents are precious, and I hope and pray that all of you realize what a blessing it is to have our parents as our puppeteer. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your love. I am also forever grateful to God, my true creator, for allowing us to be here at this time in history to fulfill his special purpose for this generation. As we leave the comforts of two very familiar streets, first Sesame Street and now 99th Street, embarking on new, undiscovered territories, we take with us the foundations learned. We will forever make associations to the characters and people that have made these streets old friends. In closing, I'd like to use one more example. Ernie, always the dreamer, once sang a song which said, "I'd like to look down on the earth from above, but I'd miss all the people and places I love. So although I might like it for one afternoon, I don't want to live on the moon." I charge you to continue dreaming, act on those dreams, explore, discover, but remember to come back to the people in your neighborhood who love you. We have created many bonds through our years living at home, attending church, and especially going to school. As we leave, our bonds will stretch. Some will break, but some will become stronger. Cherish these bonds as you go through life. Thank you.
Honored guests, parents, guardians, and friends of the graduating class of 2000. Tonight is the 109th annual high school commencement of the Vancouver Public Schools, and this is the 35th class to be graduated from Columbia River High School. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you some guests on the platform, and they are Mary Greaves, Vancouver School Board member, Wayne Wonke, senior class counselor, and Marilyn Gaffrey, associate principal for curriculum. Graduates, indeed this is an evening that is a milestone in your life. If you reflect for a moment on where you started 12 years ago when you entered the first grade, there was great excitement around the idea of school shopping for the standard school supply list. I'm sure some of you parents recall. At that point in 1988, you were looking for the perfect lunch pail that would carry the juice, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, banana, and cookies that would nourish you. I give you the perfect folder, everybody wanted peachy, to carry home the first schoolwork that was important to you and you were so proud of. But you were also proud of your first pair of scissors, snub nose, I don't know how you ever cut anything with it. And of course, no shopping list would have been without the 16-pack of Crayola crayons. Over the next 12 years, you went through a few lunch pails, backpacks, pens, pencils, paper, a couple of thousand peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I'm sure thousands of chocolate chip cookies, maybe peanut butter too. You have all been nourished by the food, aided in your work with the school supplies, but some of the greatest assistance that you have been afforded is by those special teachers and staff, family and friends, and most importantly, your parents. All of the trials, successes, tears, and joy of 12 years of school have all been focused on the events of the past few weeks. On May 23rd, a special honors award program was held to recognize deserving seniors. We are extremely proud of the scholastic awards and honors given many of the members of the graduating class of 2000. In this class of 213 students, there are 77 honor students. The honor roll is comprised of those students who have earned an accumulative grade point average of 3.3 or higher during their 4 years of high school. You will also note on your commencement program that these students have asterisks before their names. In further testimony of their performance, each student's diploma will bear an honor sticker denoting the degree of scholastic achievement. These students are also wearing gold honor cords this evening. In addition, 31 of the seniors are members of the National Honor Society, and they are noted in the program also. They are wearing the purple and gold bands this evening. I would like to have these honor students stand, and I welcome your applause for them at this time. Please stand. Five years ago, Columbia River High School added a new category for recognition. This unique group of 23 seniors are seeking the International Baccalaureate Diploma. And I qualify this by saying seeking because they will not be notified until early July of their test scores. I would like these 23 students to stand while I tell you what they encountered in their quest for this full International Baccalaureate Diploma. Please. These students must have taken 4 years of math, foreign language, science, English, history. They must have taken 2 years of a 6th subject in addition to a course called Theory of Knowledge. They took 6 externally scored exams here most recently, which will be evaluated in the following countries: the United Kingdom, France, Canada, Switzerland, Barbados, the Philippines, South Africa, and Portugal, and perhaps I missed 1 or 2 in there also. They also completed a 4,000-word essay of original research. These students are wearing a white cowl, and I again welcome you, your applause for these full IB candidates. Finally, I would like to recognize the members of the class of 2000 who comprise the top 5% scholastically in the senior class, based on their grade point average. I will ask each of these students to stand, and as I read their names in alphabetical order, please do hold your applause until they are all standing. Kelly Danielle Dorsey, Amber Marie Marina, Edward Horatio Stan, Summer Melody Pennell, Jana K. Ludwig, Ruth Elizabeth DeBlomnik, Brianne Nicole Freeland, Katrina Ann Della Vega, Matilda Nguyen Pham, and Stacy Ann Henriksen. Please give them a round of applause. There are a lot of serious faces out there. We got to smile a little, folks. It is now my pleasure to present the Citizenship Award. This is the 35th year the award has been given, and it is the highest recognition the faculty gives to graduating seniors. Recipients of the past 5 years are listed in your program. The Citizenship Award is granted with the following points in mind. The recipient should demonstrate willingness and dependability, a democratic spirit, a high level of character, and they must work for the good of group rather than oneself. The recipients of this award have their names engraved on the larger school plaque reserved for those honored. Will those 2 students please come to the stage when I read your name? The recipients of the Citizenship Award for the class of 2000 are Amber Marina and Joseph Goslin. At this time, we'll present a visual picture of the class of 2000. I will ask the graduating seniors to stand in response to a series of questions. This could be the final test. How many of you graduated with the Columbia River High School diploma and an Associate's in Arts degree from Clark College in the same year? Yeah. You got to remain standing, though. That's the test. How many of you have attended Columbia River High School all 4 years? Please stand. Look at that. Ah. Okay, I've got 9 more questions. The problem is seeing all of them because there's going to be duplication here. We'll see. Raise your hand. How many of you have attended the Vancouver School District all 13 years? How many of you have a parent, please raise your hand, who attended Columbia River High School? Will those parents please stand? There you go. How many of you will be attending a community college? How many of you will be attending a four-year college or university? Please raise your hand. That looks beautiful. How many will be attending a vocational or technical school? There we go. And how many of you will be doing a great service to your country by serving in the armed services? There are some hands. How many of you received a scholarship or honor this past senior year at Honors Awards Night? There we go. Thank you. You may all be seated. At this time, I'm delighted to offer congratulations to the class of 2000 and their parents. First, to you parents, your support for this school district and especially Columbia River High School is greatly appreciated. It is evident that you have also given a great deal of support to your graduate. This support and oftentimes sacrifice is honored at this special occasion, for it is you who have raised them. The Columbia River faculty and staff are proud to have assisted you in this important job of preparing your students for the future. Here these graduates are, 12 years later, after entering the first grade, and they have graduated to lunch sacks that we hope are more flexible and understanding of the sacrifices that it took to fill them, a sharper pair of scissors that you will be able and willing to cut through the materials to construct a better future for yourselves, folders that are now several pockets deep and full of tons of information, and yes, you bet I found the 128 pack of Crayola crayons. The 128 pack of Crayola crayons that provides you with the many options with which you may color your future. Parents, the results of your love, your discipline, your patience, and your humor are evidenced in the quality of the young adults seated before you. And to the members of the graduating class, congratulations. The administration, faculty, and staff have enjoyed watching you grow. You will face challenges, disappointments, success, sorrow, and joy. It is our wish that you will have these personal resources and strength necessary to face with integrity, dignity, and honor all that life has to offer you. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Mary Greaves, Vancouver Public Schools board member.
Members of the remarkable class of 2000 and friends, commencement is truly a grand occasion, especially on such a beautiful evening. It is a joy and privilege to represent the Vancouver School Board tonight. Last night, I performed this same honor at the Bay graduation when I substituted for a fellow board member who narrowly was able to avert a family crisis by remembering just in time his wife's 50th birthday. So I have bad news for those of you who were here last night. You will hear the same speech twice. But the good news is that this is a shorter version. In fact, I might make it a whole lot shorter version. The Columbia River class of 2000 deserves a break, especially having suffered through the longest remodel job in Vancouver School District history. Our apologies. I think I'm just going to tell you a short story and then call it a good night. During the past 5 years or so, I've had the pleasure to attend 15 after last night, graduation ceremonies. After all those hours of oratory, I remember one kernel of wisdom that I have found to be particularly true. At Dartmouth, the college rabbi made an interesting observation. Having attended many high school and college graduations himself, he noted that at high school graduations, the parents were often emotional and tearful, while the students were just happy and relieved to be getting out of school. But he found just the opposite to be true of college graduations. The parents were relieved and happy, while the graduates were often tearful. As you leave Columbia River behind, I want you to take with you those valuable lessons, the treasured friendships, and the wonderful memories. As you walk out that door, go forward with the knowledge that you have a proud heritage and that the best is yet to come. Congratulations on this great achievement. Good luck, and God bless you as you travel your separate journeys. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the highlight of this evening's program is awarding of the diplomas. This represents the sacrifices and efforts of many years. It also represents the hopes and dreams of both students and their families. I would like to present the 213 members of the 2000 graduating class of Columbia River High School. They have met the graduation requirements of Columbia River High School and the Vancouver Public Schools, and they are recommended by the faculty and administration to receive their diplomas this evening. And with that, we will begin. Do I know this? Do I know this microphone?
Christina Eileen Adams. Kaylin Marie Adams. Clementina Elizabeth Alessi. Rhonda Rose Amies. Carrie Mimi Anderson. Nancy Iwalani Anderson. Travis Gregory Anderson. Adam Christopher Andrews. Scott Clinton Angelo. Megan Marie Aramble. Christopher James Byer. Jacqueline Baird. Matthew Bishop Bangs. Erica Lynn Bartlett. Samuel Dane Evans Bowder. Brian Michael Boffman. Ryan R. Bedrosian. Jennifer Lorraine Beasley. Brian Raymond Belisle. Nicole Leanne Bell. Timothy Allen Benak. Amber Brianne Bennett. Terrence Lamar Bondurant. Janelle K. Bowen. Karen Marie Boyd. Sabrina Rose Bernice. Erin Knowlton Brewer. Alicia Marie Sakachi. Julie Alice Chesum. Heather Renee Clarno. Haley Christine Cloyd. Cody Allen Cook. John Joseph Criswell. Ryan Matthew Crumpacker. Amber Darnell. Bryce Edward Davidson. Chaz Benjamin Davis. Katrina Ann Della Vega. Oksana Leonidovna Domenko. Megan Kathleen Dennis. Christina Louise Durr. Ruth Elizabeth DeVlamink. Kelly Danielle Dorsey. Elizabeth Ruth Denwald. Casey Joe Dyer. Deanna Ruth Elliott. Jason Lee Ellis. David Ensminger. Holly Marie Evanoff. Joanna Lee Fielder. Penina Rose Figueroa. Ryan Rudy Fletcher. Lucila Michelle Fonicalafi. Timothy James Franklin. Brianne Nicole Freeland. Daniel Joshua Fry. Rachel Lynn Foley. Megan Rose Gately. Susan Sukum G. Ashley Gellar. Janelle Rose Janae. Twyla Chantel Janae. Eric Vincent Getty. Amy Marie Gold. Devin Nicole Golub. Marianne Gonzalez. Joseph John Goslin. Lindsay Beth Greenberg. Sadie Lee Gregg. Alyssa Renee Grimmy. Kristen Grothaus. Michelle Gutschmidt. Patrick Scott Hare. Brian Lawrence Hall. Trilva Janess Hansen. Jordan Evan Harpole. Lindsay Sue Harter. Dustin Howard Hartshorn. Matthew Charles Hebert.
Get out of here.
Christopher Lee Helms. Stacy Ann Henriksen. Jacob Anthony Hildebrand. Chiquita Renee Holmes. Ryan Christopher Holmes. Natalie E. Hughes. Noah Michael Houston. Kristen Amy Hudson. Danelle Lee Hymas. Holly Marie Emai. Kyle Edward Jacobson. Jace Benedict Janke. Brian Paul Johnson. Sarah Ann Johnson. Sarah Beth Johnson. Marilee Kathleen Jones. Christina Diane Jurgensen. Jessica Ann Kelly. Dina Lee Knapp. Jamie Lynn Kruger. Sharon Grace Krager. Robert DeLoss Kunkel. Cherie Christine Labrosse.
Nicholas James Laschek. Ty David Leadoff. Terry Denise Lee. Rachel Lynn Lewis. Sydney Beth Lewis. Kristen Marie Livingston. Anna Marie Lookingbill. Jana K. Ludwig. Ryan Patrick Malarkey. Robert Adair Marsh. Joel Dempsey Martins. Heather L. Martin. Megan Tricia Maruka. Mark Patrick Wells Mopu. Amber Marie Joy Marina. Sabrina Marie McCauley. Corinne Amber McGee. Jacob Patrick McGreevy. Amanda A. McKinney. Emily Ann McMillan. Morgan Jane McCrae. Christina Dorothy Medina. Amy Miro. Timothy Michael Meyer. Christopher Montez. Jason Michael Moore. Adam Raphael Mossbrucker. Jeffrey Gene Nelson. Andrea Rose Newsom. Troy James Newton. Matthew Ryan Nicosia. Benjamin Allen Nielsen. Stephen Akai Neapoli. Allison Leslie Namura. Christopher Lyle Knoll. Christopher Ryan O'Donnell. Elijah Jewel Page. Stephen Michael Parker. Ryan James Paracel. Nina Paresh Patel. Jason Anderson Paxson. Anthony Frederick Pearson. Justin A. Pease. Summer Melody Pinnell. Kyle Ray Peters. Matilda Wynn Pham. Claire Elizabeth Pearson. Erin Kathleen Pruitt. Colin Bren Quinn Bretnell. Michael R. Raya. James West Renton. Melissa M. Retchless. Cameron Theodore Ryan. William Norris Richardson, Jr. Christopher Rourke. Kyle Brooks Robinson. Alexia Lysandra Rudolph. Mark Christopher Rush. Martin Sauerbier. Michael Andrew Scheit. Sarah Ann Schilling. Tina Schrader. Jill Erin Sheridan. Sarah Etta Jean Schultz. Catherine Scondon. Evan Joseph Skoukas. Micheline Sonko. Tracy Lynn Spring. Katie Louise Stack. Sophia Diana Stalaveri. Edward Horatius Stan. Joanna Lynn Stevens. Joshua James Stratton. Muriel Strube. Derek Paul Sullivan. Kyle Thomas Sullivan. Robert Gene Summers. Lacey Lorinda Swan. Richard Anthony Swift. Charisse Leah Tadeo. Georgia Leona Taylor. Lachelle Marie Taylor. Ricky Kealoha Teig. Corey Thomas Tepper. Sarah Lynn Thomas. Natalie Jean Tyner. Eric John Vanderford. Kristen Marie Verbout. Leslie Suzanne Vielle. Chantel Michelle Vincent. Elizabeth Starmans Voller. Megan Colleen Wade. Ryan Wade. Todd Edward Wagner. Rachel Marie Walker. Aaron Wallace. Lawrence Lurk Wan. Elisa Ann Wargo. Brandon Christopher Wellman. Laura Amsden West. Timothy Robert Whitcomb. Jessica Marie Wilhoit. Raymond Edward Williams IV, James Lawrence Wilson, Robin Ann Wiseman, Jeremy David Wolf, Lucas Paul Wolkenauer, Brandon Edward Woodards, Kelly Lynn Wright, Stacy Michelle Wright, Tara Lynn Yannick, Amy Suzanne Younger.
Graduating class 2000, may I please have you stand? We'll divert a little. At this time, I'd like you to move your tassel from your left to the right. And with that, we have Your Alma Mater, sung by Sadie Gregg.